Okay, I need more women to understand that marriage is a business. It's a business, okay? That's what it is. So when you are talking about marriage, if you're not talking about money, what are you talking about? The dress, the guests, the music, your amazing life together, but you won't talk about money. This is another column of a column, a new column. And I'm kind of thinking it's going to be called, You've Got Mel. Someone just suggested that today. Or What the Hell, Mel? Anyway, we're going to get into it now because I really don't think we talk enough about finances. Just look at this. Look what this woman wrote in about. This one is actually a new one that I'm going to start covering. To the penny hoarder, Dana Moran. Okay, Dana, let me see if I agree with you. I have not done a penny hoarder one yet. Before I continue, please follow my Patreon. Lots of fun stuff over there. Doing a live on Sunday, so go check it out. The top 2 tiers are going to be there. Do France creativity, dating, healing, blah, 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 all of it. Go check it out, please. And comment and let me know as you're watching this. Anything. I love reading the comments. Thank you so much. Join my Patreon too, okay? Dear Penny, after being with my boyfriend for 2 years, I found out after we went to dinner that his debit card was declined. Are you bored? No, it's late. He's sleeping. And he's old. And he's tired of mine. And his debit card was declined. Debit card? Uh-oh. That he had only $30 in his checking account. No savings, and $20,000 in credit card debt. Oopsie. Oopsie. This is where men will play stupid. Oh, I didn't tell you that. 2 years in, oops, I forgot to mention $20,000 in credit card debt. This is not what he's been telling me for these 2 years. What has he been telling you, though? This is really important. I don't know. I forget if she's going to tell us. Because remember, men will just lie. Just like lie to your face. Like literally just blah. Or they lie through omission. But they lie. Don't ever think that an omission lie is necessarily any worse than an outright lie. Because an omission lie would be, oops, I forgot to tell you I have an STI. Oops, I forgot to tell you I got a vasectomy, and even though I know you want kids, I just didn't mention it. Oopsies. Like, women need to guard and protect information like men do. Because a lot of times we say too much and then they use it against us, and they don't say enough and they use that against us. Anyway, we've talked about getting married. Oh, God. Buying a house together. Oh, yeah, I bet he can't wait to buy that house with your money. So I'm disappointed. I explained to him that financial responsibility is important to me and gave him 6 months to show me he's making progress. He has a decent job. We make about the same income. We split most costs. He also has a side business and rental property. Okay, so he actually is better off than you because I'm guessing he owns property he rents out. This man has more money than you. Why isn't he paying his bills? What is he doing with that money? I'm sorry, but like, how are you so responsible? You make the same money. And he has rental, that's, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't own property, but I'm pretty sure this is a big deal. What is he saying? He's probably just like, I don't know, babe. I just don't know where it goes. I don't know where it goes. I love this thing. Oh. Let me tell you something. Where is this money? Where is this money? He's either got a little secret addiction, secret gambling habit, OnlyFans habit. Where is this money going? Surely 2 years you've noticed something, right? I'm telling you, like, men waste so much money. Like, okay, it's not even the fact that he lied through omission. I mean, that's a big deal. But where is the money going? Because if you plan on marrying this dude, and having a home with them and possibly children, you really think that that money that he makes is ever going to be going towards you? Because that ain't happening. Y'all know that I talk about all that men will spend thousands of dollars or tens of thousands on their hobbies. Oh, I love fishing. I'm going to buy a boat. 5 fishing rods. Oh, I want to take up mountain biking. And each bike costs what? Someone tell me. I thought they were like a few thousand. Apparently they're like sometimes tens of thousands of dollars worth of bike. Oh, I know. I want to take guitar. I'm going to buy 5 guitars. God forbid this man likes to fix cars. Because those take up a lot of room too, and they're expensive. Ewan McGregor, remember when I did that deep dive on him? The dude has like, I don't know, 15 motorcycles. But like, I swear, so many men are just hoarders. And we know that most women's money is reinvested in the family. They did a whole study on this, of the UN or whatever. Men's is usually invested in themselves. They give so little money back to the family. They will literally have children who can barely eat. But they always find money for their little hobbies or their addictions. I don't have any extra money. I don't know why. Oh, but I also spend money on cigarettes and beer and all kinds of other stuff. Because their pleasure, it almost always comes before women if they think like little boys. And even though they're grown men and they're accountable as grown men, they act like children. That's why women are so done with marriage. They don't want to fork their son. They don't want to clean up after them. They don't want to clean their little streak marks in their underwear. They don't want to have to, incentivize little Timmy. Come on, Timmy, you can go. Come on, you can do it. You can go work. I believe in you. We don't want to be your cheerleader. We don't want to be your pep talker. We don't want to watch you do all this stuff. Right? We're not your audience. We're not your motivational speaker. But I swear to God, men who have not matured and become adults will literally make us into their mom. So then we have to be like, no, and then they're just like, I swear to God. I swear, don't make me your mother. Especially child-free women who don't want to be a parent to literally anybody and don't be moms. He initially sold some items he had laying around. What item? I really wish you'd be more specific, because the things you were not telling us could tell us so much. The items he had laying around, like his 4 extra laptops. Or is he selling like dumb stuff that he makes like $10 for? Did some side jobs. What jobs? Come on, give us more info. But it's been 9 months. That you gave him 3 extra months since our initial conversation, and he's maybe down $1,000 in credit card debt. 9 months and he's paid off $1,000. No, do not marry this man. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure he's serious. What do you mean you're not sure? You are sure. I swear, every single time a woman writes into one of these columns, she knows. She just wants somebody to be like, am I crazy? Or does this seem super irresponsible and selfish and a huge red flag, and I should definitely break up with this guy? Right? The problem is a lot of these columnists give bad advice, but let's see what she said. Anyway, I'm not sure if he's serious, but when I talked to him, he said he's working on it. Oh, I bet. Yeah, of course he's working on it. $1,000 over 9 months? That's working on it. But I swear, men's idea of like working on anything is like minimal effort to shut you up. Just shut up. Goodbye. I'm sorry, this microphone talks to me. It's like before it turns off, it goes, goodbye. It scares me every time. Do you know how I know this? Because as being a recovering people pleaser, approval seeker, pick me, all the things, right? You know what I used to say all the time to get people to just stop is, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. At the time, it wasn't until someone called me out on it where I was like, oh my God, you're right. A lot of times I don't even say sorry because I'm really sorry. I'm just so afraid someone is mad at me that I'm like, sorry, and effectively shut them up with my sorries. And I put them in a position where they can't really reproach me because I've already said I'm sorry, right? Once I realized I was doing that, I had to use a lot of restraint to stop doing that so that people get to speak their mind and actually tell me what it is they're pissed about. Because it's hard for them to do that if I'm always like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So if I know that I know this game, I'm sorry for what? I'm working on it. Oh yeah? How? See, men can say they're working on things. The same way I could say I'm sorry, or they do this all the time too. I'm sorry. But they don't even know what they're sorry for. They just want to shut you up. Okay? So if they're saying they're working on something, I don't care. It's the same thing as like, I love you. I love you. Oh, really? Because your actions and your words aren't matching. Right? I'm working on it. Because look, I did $1,000 in 9 months. That's like $100 a month. It sounds like he just said I'm working on it rather than here are the things I'm doing. Right? Or showing you what he has been doing, what he's going to do, what the plan is. But the thing is that men, they hope that you will just give them the benefit of the doubt. They also know that a lot of us have a fear of starting over with someone. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, look, he's dreaming. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, he's going to wake up. He always wakes up when I stop talking. He's like, are you filming me? If there's one thing that I learned from dating on the apps and in general, is that I'd stop listening to listen to what they say. Definitely in terms of like them telling on themselves, telling about their political beliefs, just like listen very carefully to what they say. But in terms of like what they say, in addition to anything that they say about how they feel about you or any future plans with you, watch what they do. I love you, I love you, I love you, but literally don't do anything to make you feel loved. I'm gonna marry you, I'm gonna marry you. I want to see you, but I just don't have time. Why? Like, they will say this, and then like their actions are like the opposite. And that is how women end up feeling crazy. We're like, well, he says this, but I'm so confused. No, you're not. When actions don't match words, you're not crazy. You're not confused. You don't need to write into penny hoarder. That person is unreliable and makes empty promises. And if they're already doing that 2 years in, it withheld all that information and then was like, I'm going to work on it. And then after 9 months hasn't done anything, leave, get out. Because the thing is this is a business. This is your business partner. This is your business partner. The way women have been taught, especially since we started making our own money and like in terms of having a bank account and could actually purchase homes without men, and could abort these fetuses we don't want. Once we started doing that, they really pushed the like love, oh, till death do us part, oh, sickness and health, all that crap. And you could see the way that like the wedding industry is like, and the dating shows are getting more ridiculous and desperate. That to me is a sign that they are just throwing crap at the wall, hoping we will just believe any of it at this point. But what we keep forgetting, because the like Instagrammable like wedding moment has been like the focus of social media and just the media in general for so long, is that this is your business partner. If your business partner doesn't take money seriously at all, like, would you ever open a business with somebody who cared so little about doing business, who had nothing but debt and also lied about that debt? You would never start a business with one of those people, would you? Marriage is a business. And if you are not talking about money, can't talk about money, if you're not talking about money and schmegs and what that relationship is going to look like around that, and I don't know, do you want to open it up? Like, what your ideas, what do you even expect under this? Like, all these card conversations need to happen before you legally tie yourself to this person through owning something literally getting married, having a baby, or anything else. The connection to this person, this ignoring huge red flags and going into a business with someone who lies and is terrible with money. I don't think women understand how many of these little hobosexuals are out there. And even rich men can have the hobo mentality of exploiting your labor and being really greedy and stingy and derailing your life through being like, maybe you should stay home. You get to stay home, even if that's maybe what you want. No judgment for that. But you better get something in writing that you get a percentage of his income for all that work you're doing, because you get to work for free. The business, the incorporated of y'all, is just as important as any love or compatibility. And the fact that we keep losing sight of that is why so many of us are getting financially abused. And then they have the audacity to call us the gold diggers. All right, let's see what she has to say. Dear Shock, this sounds like quite a surprise to adjust to. However, imposing your financial expectations on someone else rarely works. We all have unique relationships with money, and your boyfriend is living with his. Yeah, okay, but okay. Let me give her a minute. Those two years of lying about money are certainly something to address before commingling your finances through marriage or shared property. His hiding purchases or lying about money could put you in a tough situation down the road. I feel like you are not taking this seriously enough, penny hoarder. Do you know men? Do you know men? Do you understand how men operate in this world? Like, I feel like you're minimizing this. Anyway, and keeping finances separate can protect you from that. Agreed. But why do you want to be with someone like this? You know, it'd be one thing if she stated herself that financial responsibility is really important to her. So this right here goes against her own standards. You know, we all have the things that are most important to us, okay? I have mine, you have yours. They have theirs, everyone has their own in terms of priorities. Just like when I was looking for an apartment in LA, I realized that parking must be in that. Other people, it might be their second, parking must be in that arrangement. Because I'm not going to spend 1 hour every night going around the block and block and block looking for a parking. I'm not going to do it because that'll ruin my life. It'll ruin my life. I know how my mind works, and I will never go out if I'm afraid I'm going to lose a parking space. But I know myself very well. Where someone else may really want a big kitchen or something. I know that apartments and husband prospects are not the same. Financial responsibility, or at least honesty around money, should be important to all women under patriarchy, because financial liberation, having access to resources is literally the foundation of liberation of anybody, right? When you don't have access to resources, you are under control of someone else. So that should be somewhat important to any woman who wants to marry a man who will benefit from patriarchy and the court system and the way the entire thing is set up to favor him. Money is like literally what opened the gates for us to actually be able to make decisions, having control over money, being able to do things without being tied to a dude, a daddy, a husband, whoever. But some women put that at the very top and then are like, yeah, but he can be like ugly or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying. Financial responsibility was very important to her. And what are you doing? You're literally with a hobo. Did you listen to her, Penny? It sounds like your ultimatum wasn't the motivation he needed to pay off debt and earn money. That could be it. Or it could be he doesn't really care, doesn't like her all that much, he knows that she'll settle for this. She already gave him 9 months instead of 6. Maybe didn't ask him enough questions about his money. Who knows? But he could literally just not care about her walking away. Since we know a lot of men will date women they don't even like, but it's very convenient for them. And maybe those aren't priorities for him. They may not be. So he is not marriage material, because you want a home and you want someone financially responsible. So what are you doing with this dude? The dude doesn't even have $30. He has $30 in his bank account. That is frightening. That's okay. Repaying debt doesn't have to be a high priority as long as you understand the consequences of the debt you hold. One of those consequences in case might be that he can't buy a house with you on the timeline you've discussed. I seriously would never buy a house with this man. You can't force someone into relating to money the way you want. Agreed. But you can get creative and work with what you can control or influence about your circumstances. For example, maybe you want to be married, but keep your finances separate so his debt doesn't affect. Why would you do that? What? Unless it's immigration or children or why would you do that? Why get married at all? Am I missing something? Please let me know if I'm missing something. What? Why would you, I am actually fully supportive of women having their own separate bank account. Their own money that he cannot touch. I have my own separate bank account with money just in case. I do not ever want to be in a position, ever, especially having dated a homosexual, where I can't leave if this just turns. And we know men can just turn on a dime. There are usually red flags, but still. So I believe that women should have their own separate money. But how does this work? Why would you marry someone that you don't want? If you marry them even if you just buy a house with them, why would you be with someone you're not sure can pay their rent? They couldn't even pay dinner. $30. Why would you want to share any life with someone you can't trust to pay the rents? Because not only do they have so much debt, they literally have no money in checking, and they literally can't cover dinner. Why would you marry that? So I do think finances should be separate in many ways, but you have to share some things together. And whatever he's not doing, you are going to have to make up for to have the life you want to live. If you want a family and a nice home, why would you choose this person? I swear to God, he will literally excuse anything. And men know that after, the longer we invest in a relationship, the less likely we are to leave, especially if we want kids, because then TikTok. Oh God, I don't want to waste 2 years with this person. Don't want to have to start over. So I'll just keep making all these excuses. And then penny hoarders just kind of yeah, it's okay. Penny hoarder. So far, I am not a fan of your advice. Maybe you want to live, because the thing is, if you get married, this dude, and you have a kid and you get baby trapped, I'm telling you, the courts are not going to be in your favor. You can do everything you can, ironclad this and that protection, but these dudes are so, they're smarter than we think they are. And they also have judges who are yeah, this little you know what I mean? Maybe you want to live together in a home you own while he pays you rent. I can get behind that one. Make this dude pay you rent. You own the house. He gets nothing. That's literally the only scenario that I'm okay, maybe. Perhaps with an agreement that leads to him sharing ownership at some point. No. No. Not with that record, no. There might be ways to share your lives together even if you don't see eye to eye on money. Dude, no one is perfect when you meet them. I still have a lot to work on. My husband still has a lot to work on. But one thing that we do actually agree on is very similar shared values around really important things. Okay? This man doesn't seem to have the same priority or even value system, because it doesn't mean anything to him that he was just nah, I'm just not going to mention this. I don't care if she feels betrayed. And then I'm also going to do so little to help to give her a sense of security and peace. He knows how important it is. You made all these rules, and he's oopsie. I mean, I'm working on it. You just have to think beyond the norm a bit. Yeah, you definitely have to do that in marriage, but think beyond the norm, but don't make excuses for deadbeats. Consider the reality of your unique circumstances in relationship with money rather than hoping for him to make a transition that doesn't seem to be coming. Okay, all right, Penny. You are saying right here you don't think that he's going to change. Why are you encouraging this woman to stay with this dude? And a woman wrote this. Are you married and what does your relationship look like? I'm telling y'all, I do not take much advice from men, but I also don't take a lot of advice from women, especially if they make excuses for men. That happens so often. And even some of these rom-coms, I know I hate rom-coms written by men, but when Harry Met Sally was written by a woman, and holy cow. So just because a woman's writing a column or a book or a TV show doesn't mean that her ideas around relationships are healthy. And we know some of our moms and grandmas and aunties gave us the worst advice. And that's it. Okay, that's all she had to say. So this one person commented on Facebook, it doesn't change that he did what he did despite having extra earning capacities, how he does finances not seriously. My ex, same way. Okay, sorry, this is hard to read. Always needing help, then chastising me, hiding bills, making promises, expecting my family to help. That's a really good point. He'd have to work with a financial planner or someone. Only he can change this. If it's serious for you, you have a serious decision to make. I won't tolerate financial irresponsibility. Either we are responsible together or partner can hit the road. Total deal breaker for me. Lying in any case for any reason, as simple a bad, oh God. I find out about a lie and pack your bags myself. I pack your bags myself. See, I really need men to take lying more seriously. I really don't think men understand what a betrayal it is to lie in general. Men are not the only ones who lie. But in my experience, and the experience of so many women I know, and this goes back to that mommy thing. They don't want to get busted, so they lie. And then now, not only are you busted, but now the woman doesn't trust you anymore. Or literally anything. I mean, if you lie about your finances, what else are you lying about? A corn addiction? Criminal record? Secret family? Do you know what I mean? We're really creative. We're very creative. Do you know how much my mind will spiral? Real fast. If I catch you in a lie. And to them, they're just like, uh-oh, mommy caught me. And to us, it's like, this man might ruin my life, and maybe he is in like the mafia or something. Like, seriously, if you are a man and you follow me, I need you to understand that you, just like I'm, pranking, don't ever prank your wife. I've made so many videos about that. It literally makes her not trust you anymore. Same thing with lying, even little white lies, don't do it. Okay, this lady says, my husband was terrible with money. In the end, I took over finances and he gave me $1,000 a month for expenses, including vacations. He still has a checking account for personal lines, blah, blah, blah. This is a good point I want to hit on before I go. I really think women, even if you're not good with money, if you start to see that he is not good with money, you need to take it over. I know this has happened in several relationships with people I know. The men just are not responsible, but that's okay. Not everybody knows about money. But don't assume that he should be doing the money just because he's a man. Or even if he is literally the breadwinner and you don't work at all, do not put him in charge of money. You need to know where all that money goes. Even if you are not making any money, even if you are not in charge of money, you should see where the money goes. I've had friends who saw that their partners were just part of it is that a lot of families will not talk about money and will not educate their own children about money, how to save money, how to find, make budgets. I don't know a lot of this stuff. I am literally learning as I go. But under patriarchy, for a woman to just trust a man to keep doing the money, even though he's really bad at it, you are going to screw yourself so bad. Like I said, I know women who are like, no, I will not live with this fear anymore. I am taking over money. you get that, like giving them even an allowance, not like a mom, but more like, you know what, you until you figure out how to do this better, I'm in charge of our money. Because as I've talked about in many videos, women tend to invest in the family and the future and long-term goals instead of like short-term pleasure. Not always. There's plenty of men who are really responsible with money and good at that stuff. But you would not believe how many men are not. And we just assume because they're men that they know more about it. Do not ever assume that. Never assume that. Watch what they do. Pay attention, y'all. Don't assume anything. No benefits of the doubt. Anyway, that's all. Please let me know what you think. I would love to hear. If you have any resources, by the way, if you leave like a link in my comments, it usually, AI will immediately put it in the trash or in the like holding because it thinks it's spam. So if you want to like list any resources or even websites, maybe just put them in parentheses or something, or just tell us what it's called without putting the actual website. I would love resources. I really think one of the most empowering things is financial, what do you call it, literacy, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I am still, I'm and a lot of those of us who really don't know much about this stuff feel so much shame, especially the older we get, because we're like, well, I'm supposed to know this stuff. So if you have any tips in terms of how to protect yourself in general, how to budget, how to protect yourself before you get married, if you're going to do that, how to protect yourself even after you're married, in a marriage, please, any of those resources, I really appreciate that. So anyway, thank you for listening. Please leave comments, share resources, stories, wisdom, all that stuff. Please join my Patreon if you're not already. I have a live coming up on Sunday, and it's going to be amazing. If you look at my community post to see who it is and how amazing she is. Leslie, can't wait. It's on Sunday. Join my Patreon for, oh, look at you, rotisserie chicken. So content about dating, Mo's, France, healing, creativity, all kinds of stuff over on Patreon. Please check it out. Thank you for being here. Like, comment, share. Make sure you are subbed if you want to see my stuff. Hit notifications if you actually want to see it on a regular basis. And follow me on Patreon if you want to actually get notifications, because these notifications don't even work sometimes. Thank you so much. Et voila. Et voila. Hey. This is my comment song. My comment song. Sorry, this is creepy. I don't usually use this microphone anyway. This is my comment song. Now you have some time to rate your comment for the comment song. Time's running out. Hurry up, okay. Et voila. Bye.